And we screwed it into my head, yeah.
Like, I thought...
No, we really did. You don't believe me, do you? You think I'm bullshitting you.
I believe it.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
I thought it was all thinking myself, so I don't think that.
You're a good man, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you. Give me a hand.
Hi. My mom's side of the family, and my mom trained me to love Star Trek, especially Next Gen.
Have you completed your training?
You can say I'm a master at it.
You're a master at it. Right. Nice. Nice work, Mom.
Yeah. But my question is, if you could have one piece of technology from Star Trek, what would you have, and
Hands
why?
down, I want to be beamed, baby. I want to be beamed.
It takes the whole enterprise to get everything.
Well, see, I didn't think of that. I still want to be beamed.
Me too. It cut traffic off like 28%.
Then we're in agreement. We're in agreement. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Obviously, that leads to where would you like to be beamed to?
I would love to be beamed many places.
Back to Toronto sometime soon, hopefully.
Well, I haven't left yet.
True enough. Next question.
Hi, my name is Danette, and first off, I want to thank you for the wonderful job you did on Reading Rainbow. Actually, with it, when I was younger, I lived in welfare and I didn't have books or anything, and I had a speech problem. And through watching Reading Rainbow, I've actually fixed my speech problem. But my question for you
That's fantastic. I'm still working on mine.
I still have problems every so often, but my question for you is, with Star Trek and playing Geordi, somebody who has a disability and is able to overcome it, how often or what's been the best thing someone said to you about how you've been an inspiration to them?
You know what? I meet a lot of people, and this weekend is no exception. You might, but maybe not, be surprised by the number of people who have become engineers based on their love of Star Trek and Geordi as an engineer, as a representative of that time-honored profession. Also, I'm really, really proud of the number of people who have also become black, which is a real compliment, I think, to the acting stylings of LeVar Burton. When people really, really, really want to become black. Well, yeah, when nobody wanted to become Kunta Kinte, you see, it was the whooping that sort of put folks off, you know what I'm saying?
The quick follow-up is, how was it actually to play someone who had to overcome a disability?
It was, to the best of my ability to remember, a stone cold gas every single day.
Hello, I'm Paul.
Hello, Paul.
My question is, what was it like on that Reading Rainbow episode where you did behind the scenes of Star Trek Next Generation? Which is my favorite episode.
Is it your favorite episode, Paul?
Yeah.
Of Star Trek or of Reading Rainbow?
Of both.
Of both. It was cool and confusing, but ultimately it worked out okay. I was able to remember when I was supposed to be LeVar, and then I had lots of help reminding me when I was supposed to be Geordi, so I never got the two confused.
You didn't have any issues with the producer of Star Trek saying, don't talk about that.
Actually, you know what? Here's the truth. Rick Berman, you may not know about this about Rick. Rick Berman actually produced a children's television series called The Big Blue Marble back in the day. And, Big Blue Marble fan. Yeah. And so Rick knew how important Reading Rainbow was to me, and Rick was really responsible for making it possible for me to go shoot Reading Rainbow whenever we had a need. So thank you, Rick. Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
So I kind of got to you backwards. I started with Next Generation and then discovered Reading Rainbow through that. And I'll be honest and say it took me a couple years to figure out that Jordy and the Reading Rainbow guy and Kwame from Captain Planet were all the same person.
Nothing gets by you.
So, but as someone...
I made myself snort.
It's nice to see that you're as funny in person as you are on Twitter.
Well, thank you, sir. Who follows Kunta on Twitter? Not 12. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Follow back.
So my question for you is, as someone who's done 4 pretty iconic series roles, would you do another series?
Would I do another series? I would. In fact, I am doing another series. There's a show that is currently airing in the States on TNT called Perception, which stars Eric McCormack, Canadian. The very lovely, very talented Eric McCormack plays Dr. Daniel Pierce, a neuroscience professor at a university at which I am the dean, Dean Paul Haley, named after Alex. Dr. Daniel Pierce is a professor of neuroscience. He's a schizophrenic. He's off of his meds, and he helps the FBI solve crimes.
Nice, thanks.
You're welcome. And it was announced on Friday that Perception has been picked up for a second season.
He mentioned Captain Planet.
Yes.
There have been some funny parody videos
Have there?
proposing a Captain Planet series. But
Really?
as a serious question, is the world ready, or should we have a Captain Planet reboot or next generation of Captain Planet? Does the world need more Captain Planet right now?
Let our powers combine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm ready.
I'm in. We got time for a few more questions, so let's keep going.
Hi, I was just wondering, with your obvious dedication to reading Rainbow, how much time do you get to read, and what books have you read recently that you've really enjoyed?
Wow, that's a great question. I read all the time. I've generally got several books going simultaneously. Right now I'm reading, my favorite time to read is like at night in bed with my iPad. I have a stack of books by my bed, but I just tend to read from the iPad because my wife hates being woken up in the middle of the night by the light. So the iPad has a wonderful nighttime setting, so I can get away with reading until I fall asleep. I love it. What am I reading now? Oh, Gardner Dozois always does a compendium of the best science fiction of the year, so I'm working my way through one of those best of science fiction. I just finished reading a book that I wrote a foreword for my friend Dr. Stephen Johnson, a book about what constitutes a good man. And what else am I reading? I'm also reading it's sort of a revisiting of the Chronicles of Thomas Covenant, The Unbeliever by Stephen R. Donaldson. Big fan of Donaldson and his Unbeliever series.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. By the way, I've made black very fashionable way before you made it.
Yes, I'm certain that you did.
Oh, please.
Which means you're older now. But I got it. Maybe not.
No, my first question is, I was just wondering, Marina has said she's taken something, Nana just admitted she's borrowed something. What is in the LeVar Burton home sense that is from the TNG stage?
The visor.